Hello everyone, we got some more new cards here, this time coming out of a deck building pack. These are the gonna be alongside those revived old cards, Archetype, that's name I'm forgetting, it's like Memoria or something like that. This time it's Valmonica, Angle, and Debiru. Interesting. Yeah, let's check them out. This one I am not particularly excited for because they look weird. I don't like the background particularly. The front is fine, but the background is like, huh. Oh god, that's a lot of text. Holy moly. Why? Why are we doing this? So much text. Okay. So it's level 4, that's a lot of defense for a level 4 monster. It's a 3 pendulum scale, level 4, so that fits in there. While you have a fiend monster in your other pendulum zone, each time you gain life points, place 1 resonance counter on this card. Oh boy, we're doing counters too. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can, immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 Valmonica monster. A quick link summon, that's interesting. Monster effect, you can use this first and second effect once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can discard one other card, place this card and 1 Demon Valmonica from your deck in your pendulum zone. Okay, so it kind of works a little bit like Live Twins, except it's a pendulum deck. That's interesting, I guess. It just places the other one, which is interesting. During the main phase, as this card with normal or special summon this turn, you can banish 1 Valmonica normal spell trap from your grave. This effect becomes that card's life point gain effect when that card is activated. Okay, interesting. Alright, and here's the demon. While you have a fairy monster card in your other pendulum zone, each time you take effect damage, place 1 resonance counter on this card. Monsters your opponent control lose 100 attack for each resonance counter on cards you control. Oh, okay. What did the other one have it? No, it was a quick link summon. Right. Okay. If this card is in your hand, you can discard another card and do. Okay, it's the opposite of the other effect. So yeah, it really is like Life Twin, except a pendulum. During the main phase, this card was normal special summon this turn. You can banish 1 Valmonica normal spell trap from your grave. This effect becomes that card's damage inflicting effect when that card is activated. Okay. So the power, and it's a 5, so you're pendulum summoning 4s. It's just only 4s. Okay. Okay, that's fine. And the 2100 defense is interesting, I guess. The power of these is really going to depend on what the spell traps look like. But first we got to look at these link monsters. We got a link one. Okay. We're still making link ones, huh? Old Deity of Valmonica. Guraluma. 1 effect monster. Any effect monster? Like, not just the Valmonica, just any effect monster? Any effect monster. Are you sure about that one? 2500 attack. Any effect monster? Any one effect monster. Oh, wait. Cannot be link summoned unless you have a fairy monster card with 3 or more resonance counters in your pendulum zone. Okay, never mind, this is unplayable unless you're playing this exact deck, and this deck happens to be playable. If this deck is playable, then this is playable. Otherwise, nope. Yes, interesting. You can only special summon 1 odd deity of Valmonica Gurarm once per turn. If this card is linked summon, you can target monster your opponent controls up to the number of resonance counters on cards in your pendulum zone, destroy them. You can remove 3 resonance counters from cards in your pendulum zone. This card can make a 2nd and 3rd attack during each battle phase this turn. This is interesting. It's like a going second deck. You have to go first. Interesting. It's an Italian archetype. Ugh. Let's just keep moving because I don't really know how to judge these without getting the entire thing. Oh, we got another one that's basically the opposite. Oh, and this has to have a fiend monster with 3 more resonance counters. So you use the effects of one of these two. You get a bunch of resonance counters by using the spell and traps somehow. And then you quick link using pendulum summon monsters, level 4 monsters only. into these. Huh. These actually kind of seem like something you could play with something. I wonder how well these play with like the Teller Knights. Because like Teller Knight is like an entirely level 4 based deck. Any effect monster into these, that might work. That might work. That's something to test, I think. I don't know. Again, I have to read the rest of the cards here, but that's something to consider testing, I would say. I'm not certain on its viability right now, but something to test for sure. Is this card will be destroyed by battle or card effect? You remove 3 resonance counters from cards in your pendulum instead. Okay. Once per opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target one of your Valmonica normal spell traps that is managed in your grave. This effect becomes that card's effect when that card is activated. Sure. Okay. This is Beelzebub. That's cool. Is this a Good Omens? This is a Good Omens archetype. They're trying to, you know, the Good Omens just came out. The season 2 just came out, so they're gonna tie in the Yu-Gi-Oh archetype to that. Oh boy, they have a field spell too. All right, you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. That's a good thing to have on a field spell. You only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. When this card resolves, you can add 1 Valmonica monster from your deck to your hand. Oh, so you're always getting the pendulum scales. That's why they made them like specific to level 4s. If the 3rd resonance counter is placed on a card in your pendulum zone, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase, but it cannot declare an attack. That's interesting. A lot of this deck wants you to play on your opponent's turn. But it's only through normal spells and traps, right? Anyways, let's look at some of these normal spells and traps. Normal spell, Valmonica Versare. What was the name of this one? Angelic Demonic Selector, Valmonica. Huh. Looks like a... Is that like an altar? Looks like a strange bench. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Apply one of these effects. Your opponent choice if you don't have a Valmonica card in your pendulum zone. Gain 500 life points, and you can activate cards from the top of your deck until you activate a Valmonica card. And if you do, add it to your hand and shuffle the rest back into your deck. Take 500 damage, and then you can send a Valmonica card from your deck to your graveyard, except for Valmonica Versare. Oh. Okay, so this card is not good. Because you want to activate the first effect, but your opponent won't choose that effect. You can only activate the first effect if you already have a Valmonica card in your pendulum zone. So this basically only searches the spells and traps, because you only want to activate this after you've established the pendulum scales. You don't really want to... You can do the Foolish Burial. I think it's like fine. Maybe some of these will have a graveyard effect, and that would change my mind. But it kind of sounds like they don't have graveyard effects, and instead you're supposed to use these monsters to like use them as graveyard effects. So, I guess let's keep looking. Valmonica Intonare. Intonare? Intonare. It's better for you. You can only activate 1 card with this card. Okay, yeah, we're doing that still. Apply one of these effects, your opponent's choice, if you don't have a Valmonica card in your pendulum zone. Gain 500 life points, then your opponent chooses 1 monster in your graveyard that can be special summoned for you to special summon it. Take 500, you can add a level 4 monster from your graveyard to your hand. I don't know about that one either. These two kind of combo with each other. Like if you do this, if you do Versare, and your opponent chooses to let you Foolish Burial, you can Foolish Burial one of the monsters and then activate this card, and then you're either special summoning or you're adding it to your hand. But if you special summon it, what does it do for you, right? Like if you special summon this guy, you banish this normal spell trap, this card becomes out of points, that card's life point gain. Okay, so you send Valmonica, and then you can search either one of them and then scale up. Okay, there we go. We found it. We found it, folks. That's how you do it. You can do it like that, and that'll work. Awesome. Okay, that makes sense now. If you need to get the life point minus effect, you can use this one. Okay, cool. All right, cool. That makes sense to me now. Okay, that's like all right. It's a 2-card combo though, but that's only if you don't draw the field spell or the pendulum monster, like either of the 2 pendulum monsters, which is 9 cards, which is already pretty all right for a card you want to have in your opening hand. Okay, let's look at the traps. Normal trap, Valmonica of the Guiding Rhythm. Activate 1 card as a card's name per turn. If you control a Valmonica monster card, apply one of these effects, or if you control a Valmonica Link monster, you can apply both in sequence. Gain 500, then destroy 1 spell trap on the field, take 500, and return 1 monster on field to the hand. Interesting. Now, these are normal traps, but they specifically said Valmonica so that you can't use them in Labyrinth, but you can still use them in Labyrinth. Labyrinth has some level 4 monsters even that might benefit from the pendulum scales. So you could do a Valmonica Labyrinth build. That's interesting. That's something else to test with, I think, because all these normal traps are... I mean, this one is fucking crazy. You destroy a spell trap and you return a monster on field and you stay even on life points. But you have to have a Valmonica on field, but it seems rather easy to get the Valmonica Link monster if you keep the pendulum scales on field, but then you have to keep the pendulum scales on field. So I don't know. I could see it going either way, perhaps. And then Valmonica of the Selecting Melody. You only take 1 card per turn. If you control a Valmonica monster card, apply one. It gets the same effect as the other one. Gain 500. Also, your opponent gave 500 life points. Also, your opponent cannot target Valmonica monster cards you control with card effects for the rest of the turn. Ooh. 500 damage. Then, okay, so this one is like you don't have to gain the 500 life points. This one you have to take the damage or you cannot do this. Then you can negate the effects of 1 effect monster your opponent controls until the end of the turn. All right, that one's like pretty decent as well. I don't think it's... I don't know. It could be good. It could be as good as this. I honestly think, like, for an archetype, these... I'm surprised to say that every single one of the cards seems solid. I don't know if they're like amazing, but they all seem solid. And then we're also getting some reprints of Protecting Spirit Logate. I have no idea what that card does, and Stained Glass of Light and Dark, which I also have no idea what that does. Cool. Yeah, these are interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. I think these are potentially playable. I think especially as splashes. I don't think they actually... I honestly don't think they're designed to work on their own. I think you're supposed to pair them with something else, particularly something that has like some strong level 4s that you want to summon. Yeah, I think these are actually kind of neat. I was like ready to be like blah blah blah, stupid pendulum, blah, 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 awful cards, and just part of the pendulum pile. I don't think they have any synergy with the other pendulum monsters, which I think is really cool. I like the pendulum monsters that can't be... I like the pendulum monsters and archetypes that can't just be rolled into the pendulum pile. I think there should be more of those. And I think some of these cards are actually really strong, or like potentially really strong. The only thing I'm worried about is like the counters issue. Like, how does this deck survive Twin Twisters? I mean, the thing of it is that it's also like a live twin thing, where you just like are able to, as long as you have one of the demon or angel, you could just like get the other one instantly. So every single one of them is a 1-card combo. So you've got like 9 1-card combos in here. Maybe it doesn't matter if you lose their pendulums. You just put them out again, and then you keep going. And especially if you have like another archetype in here to back them up, then you're just gonna keep, like, they're using their interruption on your angel and devil while you're, you know, doing labyrinth or Teller Knight or what have you stuff. Well, other level 4 decks, you know, sharks. No, not sharks. Although sharks is apparently at like doing pretty okay at Worlds, I guess. I heard something about that. No idea. I don't know. I just want to. I kind of just want it to be right as it is in my memory, right as in my mind right now, of sharks doing well at Worlds. Like that's that. I don't want to leave it at that because I think that's very funny. Yeah. No. I think this is potential. It has potential for sure. And I think this is a good splash in a lot of, potentially a good splash in a lot of decks. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this one turns out. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Hey there, thanks for watching another video. Why don't you give it a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. You know, the YouTube stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more content. I got content plenty for ya. You can also support the channel by giving me money. You have a Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can show up in the credits over here. I would really appreciate that. You can also use my TCG Player affiliate link to get any singles, sealed product, or accessories that you want, all to supporting the channel at the same time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is for you. Bye now!